how to get this gradient nail polish look for your toes or your fingernails, just keep watching. So let's start with clean, dry fingernails or toenails and make sure that you've filed them to the shape and the size that you want to have. We're going to start with a base coat, and I'm using Wet n Wild Shine. You can use any base coat that you have, but it's very important to keep your nails protected. And then you're going to pick two colors. I have three here. This bright pink one from Pure Ice. And normally you would do two coats of this first color. I'm going to do one coat of that and then one coat of this pink glittery color here, just because I like the effect that it gives. But you can choose just one polish for these two that I'm showing you here. Then you're going to want to pick your second color, which I've chosen a black here from OPI, and it's a little bit shimmery. This is the color that's going to be darkest on the tip of your nail and kind of gradient into that first color that you picked. We're going to be using a clean makeup sponge, and I did tear off a corner for the purpose of this tutorial, and I'll show you how that works. Just a quick reminder, if you are going to be doing this polish look on your toes, don't forget toe separators. I find this helps immensely when keeping the polish off the other toes. So go ahead and apply that first coat of that first polish that you selected. Here I'm showing you that I've already applied my first coat of polish, but I'm showing you that I'm going to now apply a second coat, but that's going to be the glitter coat that I used. So go ahead and, for the purposes of your particular look, go ahead and add a second coat of polish to the first coat of polish of that first color that you picked. So if it's pink, just go ahead and add another coat of that pink polish, and then we'll move on to the black color and how to get that gradient effect. Okay, now that you've gotten two coats of that first color, it's time to use our tape, and what I'm doing is just tearing off small pieces of just Scotch tape. Any tape that you have at home would work fine. And I'm just putting it right at the tip of my toenail in this case, or the tip of your fingernail, and just putting it under that nail so when I dab that second color on the tip, it's not going to get all over the tip of my toe or the tip of my finger. So then take your makeup sponge, again use a clean one, and just tear off a corner just like that. We just need a small piece, and then we're going to dip or kind of dab that second color onto that little piece of sponge, and then working somewhat quickly because it will, in my experience, it does dry pretty quickly on that sponge. We're going to start dabbing it onto the tip of our nail, whether it be your toenail or your fingernail. So there I've got the sponge, and I'm going to apply some polish. Can't really see it, I'm sorry. So I did apply some polish there, and now I'm just going to dab it to the tip of my nail. And you're going to do several coats until you get the color that you want. And what I found is I dab it up about halfway onto the nail the first coat, and then as I do the second, third, and subsequent coats, then it gets a little bit darker and a little bit less further up the nail. So just go ahead and continue dabbing that second color onto the tip of your nail. Again, like I said, not going as far up as the previous coat. And when you have the look that you want, you can go ahead and stop. I'm going to keep going because I want it a little bit darker, like I said, on the tip. So just whenever you have the effect that you want, you can go ahead and stop this step. And here you can see I am all done. I've reached the darkness or the effect that I want, and it is darker on the tip, and then it just kind of gradually fades into your pink or whatever your first color is. So really cool look, and now we're going to be able to take the tape off. Just pull the tape right off, and we're going to do some cleanup around the edges of each nail. Okay, so let's get our nail polish remover. Any polish remover that you have on hand will work fine. And I'm grabbing some cotton swabs, and I am just going to dab that into my polish and clean up the edges. Once you've got the edges all cleaned up, let's go ahead and add a top coat. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Please subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys. Bye.